Welcome to RENA. I'm very excited that all of you can join us for our annual community meeting online. My name is Charles Shi, and I'm the incoming chair of the RENA Board of Directors, and I'm also your MC for this evening. Before we get moving, I would like to take this moment to acknowledge the land that we live, work, and play on, the traditional territories of the Mississaugas, of the new Credit First Nation in particular, as well as the Anishinaabe of the Williams Treaty First Nations, the Huron-Wendat, and the Métis Nation. Before we get started with our program, I would like to invite Rabbi Aaron Landreich, our RENA spiritual advisor, to start us off with an opening prayer. Please pay attention to the video.
The ancient rabbis of Jewish tradition commanded that we to recite Me'ah Brachot B'Yom, 100 blessings a day. It sounds like a difficult number. It's actually not. Jews pray liturgically 3 times a day. Many blessings are in the text. In addition to over each item of food that we ingest, we're also commanded to recite a blessing. But more than a rote, technical, or ritual matter, I think the ancient rabbis were trying to cultivate one of the most essential and important human emotions, and that's the emotion of gratitude. At this moment, as we gather for the RENA AGM, I know that you join with me in recognizing the work that RENA does as worthy of our gratitude. In addition to the people who populate RENA, that the clients of RENA are also people worthy of our gratitude, because in them we are reminded about what is most human in us. And so RENA has my gratitude. I say this not only as the rabbinic advisor for the organization, but proudly as a parent of a child who is in the care of RENA. My daughter moved into the Lubavitch apartment buildings a little more than 2 years ago. And before she went, she was a person of independence, intelligence, and remarkable character. I have seen all of that in her and only had it grown. She is so much more than when she left, and she was a lot before. And so my gratitude to her, my gratitude to RENA, and my gratitude to each and every one of you who support this special and worthy organization. All my best.
Thank you, Rabbi. I would like to acknowledge those who have joined us, including past RENA board chairs, Carolyn Morrison, Lorraine Schmelzel, Kelly Nizik, and of course, Jeff Bernstein. Our families and friends of RENA, our RENA Foundation, the Thai RENA, High Tikva boards of directors, and volunteers, RENA employees, and RENA program service participants. In other words, the entire RENA family. Welcome. We have a number of exciting things to share with you this evening, including the release of a new strategic plan. But before we start, we would like to begin with a few messages from some of our government representatives. We have 2 videos prepared, one from the Honorable Peter Kent, and the second from Premier Ford. Please turn your attention to the video. After that, I will invite Jeff Bernstein to come on and share with us the agency annual update.
Hello. It's an honor and a real pleasure to participate in RENA's virtual annual general community meeting, an opportunity for an upbeat inspirational audit and a celebration of the variety of major challenges the organization has met, managed, and overcome in the year of COVID-19. Through the Emergency Community Support Fund, RENA was granted money to upgrade the technology infrastructure that links all of RENA's group homes, enabling the new virtual day program, and to create RENA's one-to-one summer respite program. As well, I was delighted that my Thornhill constituency office staff assisted in gaining program approval to reprofile New Horizons for Seniors funding to cover the delivery costs of kosher meals on wheels from the Bernard Battelle Center to folks who needed support most. The essential service was also supported by the assignment of Canada Summer Jobs students. And it was and is now particularly exciting to see construction continue on the new Lou Fruitman RENA residence on Clark, west of Bathurst, still shooting for completion in April next year, with client move-ins scheduled to begin in May. I can't wait to attend the ribbon cutting. All in all, there's much to celebrate at this AGM, and let me assure you that I and my constituency office staff, Judith, Braden, Beverly, and Perry Ann, stand ready to assist any way we can as we continue to cope with COVID risks and inconveniences. All the best.
Here to welcome you to RENA's virtual AGM. And everyone knows RENA has a special spot in my heart. I want to start off by thanking the supporters and the staff of RENA for their work over these challenging months. You've rallied together to provide great care to those who rely on you. I wish you all the very best at your AGM, and I can't wait to hear about this great organization's next steps.
Thank you to the Honourable Peter Kent and Premier Ford for their remarks. Welcome everyone who's joined us here this evening. As most of you know, I am Jeff Bernstein, the outgoing chair of RENA. Tonight I want to provide you with a brief report on last year and some of my thoughts and experiences at RENA that add insight to the written materials in the annual report. Suffice to say, the last 8 months have been one of the most challenging times in the history of this generation. Yet with strength and resilience, we at RENA have not only maintained, but strengthened our organization. We have watched our administration transform overnight to be virtual. We have supported staff, clients, and families that have been affected by COVID-19 with resources, guidance, and innovation. It has been painful to watch colleagues and friends being ill, and those who have lost family or friends. My heart goes out to you. May their memories be a blessing. The innovations and response our agency provided in the face of over 77 staff and 15 clients being COVID positive included the development of our supply chains for food, protective equipment, and other household goods. We rented and managed a hotel as a crisis resource. We modified our vehicles, and we created sector-leading standards for training and safety protocol. I want to acknowledge Sandy Stemp and the amazing management team who enabled this to happen. As a board, we watched in awe and pride as the values, culture, and policies were utilized as a backdrop to this innovation and care. As I end my 3-year chair term and almost a decade of board service, I reflect on our collective success. Our boards, RENA, Batai RENA, RENA Foundation, and most recently Chai Tikva Foundation, have worked together to achieve significant changes and progress in the expansion of services and supports in employment, community engagement activities, due-date programs, transportation, housing, mental health services, and so much more. On a personal note, I reflect back on my years spent at RENA with a multitude of thoughts and emotions. I now realize how limited my appreciation of RENA's role in ensuring quality of life to individuals with developmental disabilities was when I first joined the board. 9 years have passed, and I am both honored and proud to have been part of this organization, which has changed my understanding and commitment towards ensuring accessibility and inclusion for the individuals RENA serves. I will always have fond memories of many individuals with expression of delight while bowling or receiving a well-deserved award of recognition for a special accomplishment. My time with RENA has taught me that people with developmental disabilities prosper when provided respect and equal opportunity. As a person, I have grown through my experiences. I look forward to my continued involvement with this organization and towards furthering my personal growth. Behind me, a year ago, was an empty field. Today, we are less than 6 months from the substantial completion. While I will leave the update to my friend Harold Seidel, please know how amazing it is to see this moving ahead of schedule and how important it is to families and individuals waiting for the Lou Fruitman Arena residents to be their home. I want to thank you, our community of supporters, for your friendship and support throughout my involvement, and I look forward for many years. Finally, I must acknowledge our amazing frontline staff. Their day in, day out support for quality of care is at the heart of our work. I want to commend the staff whose jobs are not heroic or godly, but very human. They have worked with passion and care. From all of us on the board, thank you. Charles Chi, our incoming chair of the RENA board, you have and will continue to be a tremendous asset to RENA. Your leadership, dedication, and commitment is exemplary, as evidenced recently in leading the Strategic Planning Committee as we navigate beyond 2020. I look forward to working with you towards the furtherance of RENA's vision, mission, and goals. Thank you, and I would now like to invite Charles to present RENA's new strategic plan.
Jeff, thank you so much for your kindness, your humility, and your amazing leadership. Thank you. Before we start discussing our next strategic plan beyond 2020, we would like to show you a short presentation highlighting some of the key achievements in our current strategic plan called RENA Ready. After the presentation, I will introduce RENA's new strategic plan. Please turn your attention to the presentation. Well, I'm very excited to now share with you the headlines of a recent approved strategic plan. RENA is committing to a 5-year strategic plan that will continue to build on our past strengths and allow us to respond and adapt as circumstances change over the years ahead. The direction outlined offer a framework for the development of annual operational plans by RENA's management team with measurable goals and objectives. RENA is focused on ensuring that it remains value-based, person-centered, and accountable organization. At the core of our strategic direction is our ongoing commitment to the individuals we serve and their families, our valued staff, volunteers, donors, funders, partners, and the broader community. Our community counts on us to strive to meet the ever-expanding needs for support and services for individuals with diverse abilities. We are committed to continue to be a leader and trusted partner in our community and in the broader sector. Our strategic directions will drive us forward as we work toward fulfilling RENA's mission. To achieve our strategic directions, our work will be supported by 3 guiding principles. 1, inclusion. We will keep the spirit of social, cultural, community inclusion at the core of our approach. 2, collaborative approach. We will seek to collaborate broadly, diversify our networks, and leverage partnerships to drive our strategic plan forward and achieve mutual aims. 3, strong communications and knowledge mobilization. We will focus on proactive engagement and effective internal-external communication practices to inform, to engage, and to empower. Over the next 5 years, RENA will pursue the following strategic directions. We commit to driving change to meeting growing needs by A, expanding our role in housing, B, bolstering our expertise in health services, and C, fostering meaningful social inclusion and engagement. We will anchor the change in a continuous improvement model with a focus on good governance, effective management, and exceptional service standards. Over the next few months, we will be translating the strategy into an operational plan and establishing a reporting scorecard to help keep us stay on track. I want to take at this time, thank the stakeholders, staff, and in particular, the committee members for helping us create the plan. We have a couple of other video prepared for you. After the video, I will invite Harold Seidel to give us an update on the Thai RENA. The 2 videos we're about to watch is from Councillor Sheffman, as well as from Mayor Bella Lacroix.
Hi, my name is Alan Sheffman. I'm the City Councillor for Ward 5, Thornhill, in the City of Vaughan, and I'm your councillor for RENA's head office. I want to congratulate you on your annual meeting. I'm sure it will be successful. As well, I want to congratulate you on the progress that's being made on the building of the Lou Fruitman residence. It's great. I see it every day, and it surely is going to be a wonderful addition to the community. And finally, I just want to say generally, thank you so very much for what you add to our community. Surely we live in a much better place because of the presence of RENA. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Hi, everyone. I simply wanted to express to RENA my warmest and sincerest gratitude for the exceptional role you play in our community. Throughout this COVID-19 global pandemic, you've also demonstrated that you're an organization that can step up and be an effective partner in our fight against COVID-19. As you know, my history with you goes back many, many years, many decades, and I've always been impressed by your incredible capacity to really represent the very best of what humanity has to offer. I look to the future with a great deal of optimism, and we all have one particular reason why we need to be optimistic in the very near future, and that is the opening of the Lou Fruitman Arena residence. It's going to be an exceptional place where people will continue to receive the world-class care that they receive from RENA. Thank you so much for making a difference. Thank you so much for being there. Thank you for the organization that you have built, but more importantly, for the people that you are. Mazel tov.
Thank you, Mayor Evelakwa and Councillor Sheffman, for your remarks and your continued support. Good evening, I'm Harold Seidel, and I'm Chair of Bataille RENA. I'm going to take just a few minutes to update you as to the very busy year we've had at Bataille. As most of you are aware, Bataille RENA is the property development and construction arm of RENA. RENA staff will identify a need for housing and our program spaces in our community, and they'll ask the Bataille board to satisfy those requirements. From identifying a potential site, negotiating the purchase, dealing with the municipalities, right through to construction, Bataille is a hands-on board. We put on our work boots and hard hats daily to ensure the project is completed on time and on budget. And so far, we've done a pretty good job. Now that everybody here is familiar with what we do, let me tell you what we've been up to this year. It's been a very busy year. The focus obviously has been on the design and build of the Lou Fruitman RENA residence, the largest project in the history of RENA. 79-unit housing project has a budget of over $36 million and will be home to 138 residents living inclusively and fully supported within the Thornhill community. This project has been a labor of love of mine for almost 10 years. So many negotiations to purchase the property finally culminated in 2016 with the purchase of the first part of the lands. Just over a year ago, the site ceremonial groundbreaking took place, and today we can see the full building realized. The sight to see. The project has included many numerous innovations in design, and I would like to thank Sal Vitiello and Claude Lacombe from Richmond Architects and all our consultants, Ezra Jakubovic, James Ricchetti, and Luis Medeiros from Fieldgate Construction Management, and all our wonderful trades. Together we have solved and continue to be challenged with many site issues that have added significant value to the building through improved mechanical and electrical systems and improved fire safety and environmental controls. Developers and builders who have toured our site have taken back new ideas to their office that they can incorporate in their projects. And hopefully what they have taken back is the need to build and design for people of all abilities and support needs. We have also assisted with Chai Tikva's planning and renovation of their building, adding safety features and updating units, including adding capacity to support more individuals seeking mental health supports. Finally, we've begun to review other sites for possible expansion and improvement in both Toronto and Vaughan. In Toronto, we are hoping to see a 100-unit intentional community. We know the demand and needs are there, and 1 year from now, I'm hoping to unveil a new design and location. We have also asked to build a second home for complex supports, similar to our Carrybrook location. We have begun planning and design work on that project, and again, a year from now, we hope to already be under construction. The demand for affordable, accessible housing with supports is enormous, and we have gladly shared our knowledge and experience and expertise with others, as RENA will not be able to meet all the needs, and other organizations will need to step up. To the board of Bataille, I say thank you. Bataille's board is made up of experts in the design, development, planning, and construction industry. Their input and direction is invaluable. I'd also like to thank RENA staff, Brian, VG, Dan Zinenberg, and David Barnes for their support and input. They are experts in their field, and we couldn't build what we build without them. So, thank you.
Thank you, Harold. I would like to call Stephen Justine, Chair of RENA Foundation, to present the Chairman's report. Stephen?
I'm pleased to give the following report on behalf of the RENA Foundation Board of Directors. As most of you are aware, the mission of RENA Foundation is to raise funds required by RENA to fund many of its initiatives, including programs and housing. We've had a challenging but yet productive year. Prior to the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, we hosted several events. I will touch on the highlights. We started the year off in May of 2019 with our 8th annual Striking for RENA bowling event. This is RENA Foundation's signature event, started when my family began bowling with other RENA families. The event has grown exponentially, with more than 300 people who come out to bowl, including 100 RENA individuals who are the stars of the day. Tom Brown from CTV Toronto returned as RMC and highlighted the events during his newscast. This event has raised over $1.3 million since its inception and has supported respite and enrichment, transportation, and capital projects. This year, Striking for RENA will be a virtual event. We are asking our supporters to create a team, take photos, and share them on social media. The closing event will be broadcast online on October 18th. We encourage everyone to join us. Please visit www.strikingforrena.com. Contact the Foundation office to learn more. Swinging for RENA is an annual golf tournament generously hosted every July by the Livefeld family and tribute communities. This event has raised over $1.5 million since its inception and has paid for many RENA initiatives, including the purchase of a wheelchair-accessible van, technology, and extensive renovations to the Battle Center. Proceeds from the 19 tournament will support Lou Fruitman RENA residents. The 2020 tournament was canceled, unfortunately. However, several of the annual sponsors generously chose to donate their sponsorship to RENA's COVID relief efforts. In September, Maple Downs Golf Club held its annual Lightstone Classic Men's Pro-Am tournament. For the 3rd consecutive year, they agreed to direct the proceeds to the RENA Foundation. Proceeds from 2019 have been directed to the Lou Fruitman RENA residents and towards a pergola for the RENA community residents. In October, we partnered with the Forever High Foundation of Canada to host Forever Disco, a concert featuring Kool and the Gang. The event gave us an opportunity to introduce many new supporters to RENA. Proceeds were directed to RENA's programs. On March 5th, just before all events were canceled due to COVID-19, we held our 2nd annual RENA Rumble Wrestling event in memory of Dustin Casman. Dustin was an individual supported by RENA and a huge wrestling fan. The event was co-chaired by Paige and Gian Megan of Megan Brothers Entertainment and Ephraim Casman. We also had a dedicated group of students from George Brown College join the committee. It is important that we involve the millennial cohort, and RENA Rumble provided an opportunity to do that this year. Proceeds were immediately deployed at the end of March to create activity bins for RENA individuals who were in lockdown and whose daily routines had been completely disrupted. We had other events this year, including a Pampered Chef event hosted by Madeline Bodenstein and Carla Ford, and a golf event organized by Dr. Alan Berger. We are so thankful to everyone who has hosted or supported our many events. Each dollar raised is so important. As the other board chairs have mentioned, our largest project of the year has been to raise funds for the Lou Fruitman RENA residents. In August 2019, we held a groundbreaking ceremony to honor the family of Lou Fruitman of blessed memory, along with many other donors who have generously stepped up to support this important housing project. We have raised over $9 million, and to date, we are $2 million away from our fundraising goal. Please contact the Foundation office if you'd like to support this important project that will provide a home for over 138 people with diverse needs. I want to thank the Foundation Board for their support with this project and with many others that we've embarked on upon this year. I also would like to recognize the Foundation staff for their hard work and collaborative efforts whenever needed, including assisting with the production of personal protective equipment and thank you packages for our frontline staff. I commend Brian Cashin and his team for their leadership during the pandemic and wish to recognize the efforts of each and every staff member, every board member and volunteer across the RENA group of charities who have worked tirelessly and often during very stressful situations. I especially wish to thank all the donors who have contributed so generously to the RENA Foundation this year. We have over 120 families who have set up endowment funds. The revenue from these funds allows us to guarantee support for many of RENA's programs on an annual basis. In addition, a portion of these funds have been invested in RENA mortgages, providing us with another opportunity to assist with housing. Every single donation, whether to an endowment, event, or capital campaign, is important and truly appreciated. With your generous support, RENA Foundation granted over $2.9 million to RENA and Bataille RENA this year. This includes $2.4 million for housing and almost $600,000 for programming and other initiatives. This is an increase of $1.4 million over the previous year. I am honored to be part of this generous community. Together, we are truly improving the lives of individuals with disabilities. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Gila Marto, the MPP for Thornhill. I want to congratulate everybody at RENA on the executive AGM that's taking place. I want to especially thank everybody involved at RENA, whether they're volunteers, staff, and the residents, of course, for all the good work they've been doing through the COVID-19 pandemic. We know how hard you're working and how tough it's been on everybody's nerves. So thank you. The Lou Fruitman building is progressing just fantastic at a great pace. I love driving by there, seeing the windows and everything else as they progress. So I want to congratulate everybody who's working hard to make that a reality. I want to also bring greetings from Premier Doug Ford. RENA is very dear to him, and he wishes all of you great success.
Hi there, it's Todd Smith, Ontario's Minister of Children, Community and Social Services. It's great to join you for tonight's virtual AGM. And thanks to everybody at RENA for all the fantastic work that you've been doing over the last 6 months in ensuring that we're keeping those with developmental disabilities and others safe during COVID-19. A special thanks to Brian and Sheila, who I've had the opportunity to work with over the last 14 months that I've been in this portfolio. Your tremendous resources, not just for RENA, but for the entire developmental services sector and for the Ministry of Children, Community and Social Services. I've had the opportunity to see some of the great work that RENA is doing in building new housing for those with developmental disabilities, particularly the Lou Fruitman Center in Thornhill. Congratulations on all that work, and I look forward to seeing a progress update soon on that project. If there's ever anything you need from my ministry, feel free to reach out. And again, congratulations on your AGM.
This is really difficult to be doing it this way. I would so much more prefer to hug and see everyone and be joyously together in these times. Thank you, my good friends, MPP Marto and Minister Smith. You guys have been amazingly supportive and some of you have known for a long time. Really appreciate it. As we go into this annual, or ending this annual meeting, I'm sort of reflecting on change. And I think back to the theme of the building behind us, which is creation. It is 7 floors of 6 days of creation and then Shabbat. And I'm reminded of the words in the biblical words in the beginning. And right after that, it talks about darkness and then light. And each day ends with, it was night and day, and then day was complete, and it was good. When you think about darkness, you think about that as the starting point, and reflect on where we are now. There can be such a sense of gloom and darkness, but if you close your eyes and settle into that darkness, you start to feel the world around you and how good it is and how lucky it is. And so even in the darkness, as it changes to good, to daylight, there is good all around us. And so at this time, as we think about RENA and where we're going, it's another beginning. It's the beginning of a new year, Jewish New Year starting now. And in that tradition, we need to reflect on that tradition and that concept of darkness to daylight. And in those words, I've thought of some ideas of mine about leadership. And I've watched as people have stepped up in ways they didn't think possible. That is, everyone from the people we support, the staff who support them, and our political leaders, all our management team have stepped up in new ways, and it's good. We have tremendously generous supporters and contributors who have given up their time and treasure. They've reached in at a time where they may be struggling. They're all also reaching out to help others, and it's good. I look at around me and the board and the leadership and the kind of culture we create, and I just say, it's good. We are really strong together, even though we're physically apart. And I'm just so proud to be part of an organization that is passionate about changing the world, that is trying to recreate every day anew. And it starts in darkness, but it ends in light and goodness, and we all have that potential. So I just want to thank everyone for taking the time to join this annual meeting. We have a short video, and as we look at the video, I'm sort of struck by the fact that we are all brethren. We're, again, back to the creation. We're all here on this earth, this one simple, smaller earth, and dependent on each other. It doesn't matter our color, our abilities. We're all human. And so we need to take that brotherly love and make it real. So with that, good night, and I hope you enjoyed this video.